Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I know it's been a while. There's a very good reason for that. A lot of things have happened over the past month. I won't get into that this time around. I'll do another video to talk about that. Right now, I just want to start walking and get to the walkthrough of the area as I had previously promised. So one of the things that I actually want to take a look at right now and show you is the new buildings that I've added. Now the new buildings that are added are exactly a mixture of some of the old Blood Elven buildings along with some of the Blood Elven classic ruins. Oops, flying around there a bit. Wait a second, let me go ahead and turn this off. Turn flying off. There we go. So I wanted to bring those two elements together. One, to give us a little bit more variety in terms of the buildings that we have structures, but also to create a link with the architecture of the High Elves slash Blood Elves as we see them in the game. To me, it's sort of like a logical progression, moving from the old Highborn architecture that a lot of the Highborn Kel'Darai would have brought back, and how that kind of gradually morphs into the new High Elven slash Blood Elf architecture. So as you can see, the building has some classical elements, the ramps that go up the terrace, fairly straightforward. This particular version has two sort of gazebos on the sides and a little dome on top with a couple of windows. Now we're going to go ahead and there will be in the future, I'm thinking of making a specialized building for the tree and the tree portal that we have there. But now what I want to do is I want to go into the city, talk a little bit about, show you some variations of the buildings that are there, as well as potentially some future plans. Like I said, we're going to be continuing doing some videos. That's not going to stop. I'm going to prepare some other videos, but there's going to be a change in the channel, and I'll talk about that in the following video. Right, as we move now into the city, I want to just maybe bear in mind that it is based exactly on the model that I showed you, except there's some variations. So this is obviously the second variant, which only has a second gazebo, and the top, instead of having the dome with windows, it's a smaller pillared gazebo. The entrance has these classical pillars, sort of incorporate other elements from some of the other buildings. And in here, I haven't really done much, but this is where I intend to move the bank of the area. If we go up the ramp, pretty standard, very similar to the other building, with the exception, of course, that it is just one gazebo at one side, plus the top version along with the topper that I have placed there. Just some a small little variation, as it happens with WoW buildings, that we have different variations or versions of the same buildings, just so that it doesn't look the same. Can't believe it. And now we have here what is essentially the inn of the city, and I want to quite possibly make either a restored version of this or a brand new version which will build up this area. I'm hoping that I can keep this particular pillared side of the what I'm going to call sort of the inn, but we'll see. As we go in here, this is of course the main slash palace structure, which could also function as an inn. That's not how I'm using it. We have, of course, the older buildings that I've shown you, or the older styled buildings that I've showed you, which are independent and new to this zone. And now I want to show you some of the changes that I'm making here. One of the things that I want to change for the area is I want to create just some barrier walls, and I do have in mind the type of style of walls that I want. And so one wall will go from here up to that next pillar. The pillars or these towers might change. Most likely they will change. And you can see that I removed the stone and vine walls that existed on this side. On that side. On this side, I still haven't gone ahead and removed them, but again, I want to create these sort of arched perimeter walls along the side here that will replace the rocks and vines and will go from one tower to the other. And that's basically about as much as I want to get into right now in terms of what I want to do with this area. Like I said, the idea for the High Elves is that they're a minor race, so I don't want to make an enormous city out of it, but I want to establish their own style, which both links the past, the present, and moving forward. So I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of the building. More stuff is to come. A lot of more important announcements will come with the next following video, so stay tuned to that. And stay with me because I've got a lot of other announcements that are coming, pretty important announcements in terms of resources and in terms of the channel. So until then, everybody, take it easy. Bye-bye.